3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Episode number 100 and what is this? 194 of the Left Hand Labs podcast is live. I was waiting for Facebook for it to say online, but it hasn't said online yet. Who cares? Facebook, you missed out. I don't want my dad, you know what I mean, looking and illing and all that anyway. Hold on, I gotta move this chair. I hope the headphones don't make it start messing up. Hold on. There we go. Damn, I knocked my head off. As you can see, I mean, we got the vintage North Bears hat on. I'm about to play MLB The Show 21 if cat's not getting online. I mean, to play Warzone or Pro-Am or something like that. And I'm going to start a franchise with the Cincinnati Reds in baseball. I think the Cincinnati Reds is going to be my new team. I always, I mean, just claim the Cleveland Indians just because of what's the baseball movie with Wild Thing in it? I forgot the name of the movie, but I just picked it because of that. I don't really, I mean, I'm like, my heart is not in baseball. I really want to be a fan of baseball. And I was like, you know what? Deion Sanders and Ken Griffey both play for the Reds. Maybe I got to go with the Reds. I don't know. I wish it was a Negro Leagues team I could pick, but there's no Negro League team that made the jump to a professional team. If it is, then let me know. Then I'll fuck with that team. Because I really have no idea. And I looked it up, like Negro League teams that came to the MLB, but I don't think that was it. They just, once the barrier broke, then. Can you imagine if the Negro League stayed? We talked about this on the podcast before. Like if the Negro Leagues or if there was like an all-black NBA or something. Like how crazy that would be. And how, if you look at really every major professional sport, not so much maybe football. Well, nah, you could say football too. The best players. If you take all the black players away, what's going to be left? Who's going to play running back? Who's going to be a Hall of Fame wide receivers? Shit, now even quarterbacks. Who's going to be a Hall of Fame? Well, baseball. Pilgrims play baseball for sure. No, I mean it's no getting around that. Mike Trout is probably the best right now, right? And it's nobody that's better than him that I could think of. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know, but I really want to start watching baseball. That's what the beginning was, because I need a break for a couple days to get my mind off of the playoffs. You know, because the New York Knicks are the number, not 1, not 2, not 3, the 4th seed. You feel me? Home court advantage. They said the tickets right now are $1,000 or at least $1,000 if you want to go to the Garden. If it was 300, 400, I would have said, you know what, why not? And just went to one of them games, even though I got to get the second shot. That's that. I only got the first one. I don't get the second one till June. I don't condone the shot. This is not This is not me saying, I mean, you do what you want to do. I wouldn't have got it if I didn't have to. I have to because I want to go to school and graduate. I'm this close to being finished and graduating from Keene. So I had to get the shot so I can go on campus. If it was a way around it, I definitely wouldn't have gotten it for sure. But I don't care. I'll get whatever. I just want to see my Knicks play. And I know everybody's hurt. We're going to talk about the season, the wrap up, the ups, the ebbs, the flows. It's not over yet. A lot of podcasts are talking like it's over. Like, no, this is the playoffs now. Now the season really just started. So we're going to talk about that for sure. We have to. And then y'all Laker fans and Maverick fans and, you know, these type of teams. Y'all get ready for and Warrior fans. Steph Curry's so good. Y'all get ready for the play-in tournament, okay? Focus on that. Don't worry about us. Worry about the play-in tournament and trying to get a W in the play-in tournament. You feel me? That's what y'all worry about. Worry about the play-in tournament. We're going to be at home. No, we're not going to be at home. We're going to be in the gym practicing. getting ready for round 1 of the playoffs. We already there. I can't wait till tomorrow. I go to the dentist tomorrow. I love going to the dentist, and then that's really all I gotta do. And I go to the dentist at like 3:45. So before you know it, the day is gonna be over, and well, not over, but at the end of the day, and playoff basketball is gonna be on. Well, not playoff, play-in basketball, and we're gonna see what's up with that. I'm gonna really talk about the Knicks a lot, so I just hope y'all prepared. And we just won the championship, and you know what? It's a lot to talk about. So let's get the intro music out the way, and then not intro music. Let's get the sponsors out the way, then the intro music, and then we could talk. There's a lot of stuff to talk about that I really want to talk about. So before we get any further, make sure you rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. It's free. It don't cost you a thing to leave 5 stars, low review. You know what I'm saying? Help the podcast out. And if you're watching on the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. If you're listening, go watch on the YouTube. You can see it when it's live. And you can comment and all that. Look, I'll go to the chat section. I can see nobody talking in the chat, but I can see everywhere where there's a chat box. So that's on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. If somebody writing the joint, I can see it. And then so subscribe to the YouTube, and then like the video, and then tell your friends. Spread the word, man. I was talking with Mir about like, yo, should I do the podcast like this, or should I do the podcast like how, if you don't know, I'm featured on the Busy Sports podcast. You can go on YouTube and just type in Busy Sports, or go to Busy Sports on IG, and you'll be able to get directed to it there. And I'm on there. It's a cameraman. It's crazy, like crazy setup. Very dope podcast. I'll be on there just illin', like Michael Jordan, like Shop MJ, in the playoffs. That's what it looked like when I'm on the podcast. I'm always killing everybody. But I was like, damn, I wonder if I should do my podcast like that. But I guess you gotta. This is a one-man band, unless Cousin Gary, aka Russ Gang, is here or something. Like, usually people don't come on. I've done the avenues to try to like get the Zoom to get people to call on, or my friends to call on. Like, I don't have any co-hosts or nothing like that. It's just me, because I was thinking like maybe I should do the podcast like that, but it would just be me. I would be paying the cameraman for just me to come in front of the mic and talk like that, and then I wouldn't be able to do it live. And like a lot of things, a lot of the perks that I could see in the future, like when I'll be able to have callers calling in and be called on, and the chat be popping once YouTube blow up. You understand what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I'm going to keep at it like this. We so close to episode 200. This is episode 194. We 6 episodes away from 200. That's crazy. But I think we're gonna rock like this for now, and I'll think about it. Maybe if I can get somebody else that's reliable, that's gonna come on the podcast every Monday, which is like, I don't know how we're gonna ever do that. It's only one person. I can get Rich Rally come on, but I don't know. I know he will come every Monday, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll think about it. But for now, it's gonna be like how it is. And sponsors, it's already 10 minutes. Damn. Sponsor. Let me get the sponsor voice. Look at this North Bears hat. My goodness. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms, premier vintage goods and memorabilia. You can follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. You see the cool G in the back. You see the Thierry Henry France jersey. Francais. Football season. There's mini camp shit about to come. Can't wait for that. Tua and the boys was at the OTAs today, looking like they ready to wreck shit. I just sent the trade out in Dynasty. Teray was good. I just sent them Nico Collins, a raw receiver the Texans just drafted, his favorite team, and I sent them Buda Baker. Was good for Jalen Waddle. Let me get that. Beep beep. Hey, that's not a bad trade at all. He picked my players because he know I want to trade for him, so was good. I got Rashard Bateman. I don't want to trade him though. I think Bateman gonna be crazy. That's Lamar Jackson's guy. If I got one of the hitters, I got one of the hitters in the cut. I got mad receivers. What's good? But yeah, mad wave down in the shop. All you gotta do is come and pull up. It'll be more wave soon, very soon. And if you can't make it down to the shop, all you gotta do is hit the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Next day shipping on every order unless you order on a Saturday. Post office closed on Sunday, so you gotta wait till Monday and you get your wave fast, no problemo. Intro music now. What's the name's open? Look at Steph. We was in the playoffs with Steph. People forget about stuff like that. They act like the Knicks ain't seen the playoffs in 30 years. It's been 8, but so what? Intro music now right here. 40 wins. 40 wins and Coach of the Year, Most Improved, MVP. Come on now. Stop playing with me. Intro music right here. RJ Barrett, 17, 5, and 3. Come on. Y'all was talking about John. Come on. Intro music right here.
I used to roll me a big fine L and watch a whole lot of basketball and Seinfeld. Aside from my fish scale clientele, there are a few things I know as well as basketball and Seinfeld. 40 carats, phrases, 40's parrots. Mimic the style, you get embarrassed. Ditch the filthy habits. In a limousine, every limousine covered in supply fabrics. Still wreaking havoc for them cash that will rob you for your pack. Back when Robert Pack was a maverick who had chicks to give wavy wop. It's not trading cards when I see your shorty gave me tops. Teeth look like chiclets, big and white like Rick Smith's. I'm at my Travis best. The rest is average at best, and this that land bias in its purest form. Word is Bon Jovi, word is Sean. If you don't recognize it, you'll respond. Catch a bigger bullet than George Marathon. Ric Flair with the chops. And they thought he's gonna flop. Finally back on the top. I already made it to the finals playing with Sagana Job.
I still serve you that Will Perdue. I still serve you the Will Perdue. We need to go back to those jerseys. Yo, I'm going to go down the list. Just bear with me. Bear with me right now. Bear with me. I'm going to go down the list. I got a couple screenshots. I can't show y'all on there, but I can show y'all here. I was like, yo, Julius Randle got to be like an MVP candidate, right? I asked that, right? Everybody's laughing at me like I'm crazy. And I said, if we make the playoffs and his numbers still look like this, and this was 22, 11, and 7, somebody said cheeks. I'm not going to name no names. Somebody said cheeks. One person who is smart said, nah, he hooping, fire emoji. Yeah, because he was smart. Listen to this. Can't even justify that. Me speaking as a Knicks fan, laughing emoji. Wow. And people liking these comments too. MVP of what? Somebody said, stop it, laughing emoji. Another person, that's Max. Of what? Yo, sometimes people don't see sometimes people can't see what's there. People only see what they want to see. I'm always going to go back and reference this. When we made the Julius Randle apology episode, what episode was the Julius Randle? You know what? Can y'all see what I'm looking at? This is the podcast stuff right here. Let's look at the episodes. This is crazy. This is 194 episodes. I don't even know who got number 94. The podcast started on July 19th, 2017. Can y'all see this? That's really insane. That was it. And I was up there just talking. Bob Reed on the 21st. I didn't stop. The 23rd. The 26th. I was just putting out episode. I just kept putting out episodes. Hazy F. Rich Relly Rel. Kyrita Boston. Zeus came through. This 2017. 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so look. Let's see what the Julius Randle apology episode was. Julius Randle is an all-star. That's in February. So no, this is way further back. When did the season start? I want to know when I apologized to Julius Randle. When was it? It wasn't February. It was preseason. I was like, yo, what are we thinking about? I can't believe that we were really talking crazy to Julius Randle, saying we had to get rid of him, this, that, and the third. I gotta find it, and I'm gonna look until I find it. Tua time. I did an emergency pod for Tua. I apologize to Tyler Lockett. The NBA is back. Was it in November? Okay, Knicks preseason is here. Here, I think this was it. This was in the Knicks preseason. So this was in December. This was in December. I think that was the episode why we had to apologize to Julius Randle, the New York Knicks. I'm pretty sure that was it. It wasn't in January. So I'm going to say it was like 170 something. I said, yo, Julius Randle, we all are sorry we was bugging. Because I watched and it was like, yo, no matter if he's spinning around all crazy and that's because that's all he did a lot of that last year. Fizdale maybe gave him too much freedom, didn't rein him in, didn't coach him up enough. And it was just bad. But it was like, yo, even with that, we don't have anybody that's better than this man on the team. And it's the truth. We didn't. And we still don't, which is not a bad thing because it's not like how it was last year. Because now everybody got a defined role, and you got players like RJ emerging, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 40% from 3. He's shooting 75% from the line. We get that up to, and he improved, bro. He made a big jump. He made a big leap his sophomore season, and I can't see how you can't think that he's going to get better. You got players like Mitch was playing well, wasn't getting in foul trouble before he got hurt, and then we got people that stepped up. You got people like Reggie Bullock, who, hey, his role is defined and he plays it well, plays defense, hit those threes. Then we traded and got Derrick Rose. You got Alec Burks. This is only year one in the rebuild, right? And we got those players that are able to play better. But it's all started with Julius Randle. We gotta go with this. Julius Randle deserves to be in the MVP conversations. Of course, he's not gonna win it. Jokic might get it. Embiid, if he didn't get hurt, he was gonna get it. But I think it's gonna be Jokic. Maybe you could put Chris Paul in there, and he has a legit case for it. And it'll be sad if he doesn't, because Chris Paul. This was the closest he ever got to 50-40-90. He was like 49.9% from the field and like 39.9% from 3. So he was there. He had 50-40-90 in the bag, and this is the closest he's ever going to get the MVP. He was in a race before in New Orleans when he had them balling with Tyson Chandler and David West and them. But this was this was a legit chance to get it, but I don't think he will. So this might be a year of him being like, damn, I came up short. Pause. And But Julius Randle got to be in the discussion for MVP. Like I told y'all way back when he was averaging 22, it went up, of course. He was putting 40 and 30 on people's head a lot. Most improved, he got to win most improved. He has to. And this is right in the career. We got a team option. Leon Rose and Scott Perry, don't think too deep into this. Pay Julius Randle. We need him. Obi Toppin, I will talk about Obi in a second because I was watching some Obi Toppin highlights last night and I was like, yo, what is it? What are we getting ready to get from this kid? Is he going to be okay? Is he going to be ass? Is he going to be better next year? I'm not sure. And I saw little things, but then I watched his Dayton highlights, and it's like, yo, why can't he just do this stuff? Just at least in transition. The league is really night and day. You could be crazy in the league and not be, in college and not be crazy in the league. But that athleticism has to travel. He can be Miles Bridges, if not nothing else. Kevin Knox is over, but whatever. But Julius Randle, let's stop on the podcast right here live. Let's give Julius Randle his flowers. What a year for Julius Randle, and it's not over yet. He's averaging 37 on the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see what happens when we got to play them. I think Wednesday is the first game. I hope it's Wednesday. I'm not sure. Whatever. Whenever it is, I'll be sure to be in front of the television. But and we'll do an emergency pod if some crazy shit happens. But then we got to go to Tom Thibodeau. David Fizdale, what a horrible coach he was. He sucked. He used to play 15 men. I used to be like, yo, play the young cats. What do we have these people for? You playing too many. I can remember it like it was yesterday, looking like, yo, why is he playing so many people? You don't get a chance to see what anybody had if he's playing everybody. Fizdale was a horrible coach. He was he would make a great assistant. He could not be a head man. Never. Pause. He could not be a head coach. In no world can David Fizdale ever be the head coach of any team. He was positive, which was cool, but you could tell he don't hold you accountable. He used to say, you eat what you kill, this, that, and the third. But that shit was just a bunch of nonsense. And it is what it is. No offense or no hard feelings toward Fizdale, but I'm glad that he's gone, and Steve Mills, signing Tim Hardaway Jr. and all that. Ugh. But thank God we treat. Yo, I was listening to something. They said Phil Jackson might have been up to something. He wanted to trade Porzingis away, and we could have got Devin Booker for Porzingis back then. I wish we could have did that. So everybody could have hated Phil Jackson, but we would have had Devin Booker. Porzingis is. Oh, thank God we don't have him. He drafted him though. Drafting Ntilikina, I was wrong. But well, maybe he's gonna be starting for Elfrid Payton. I'm not sure, but I don't know. And he'll get a chance to play. If Ntilikina have playoff series where he's locking people up and he's hitting threes and he's playing well, all is forgiven, Ntilikina. But I don't know. I think his career in New York is coming. This is going to be it. Tibbs might like him. I don't know. But we got like 4 picks this draft. It might be Curtis. I'm just saying. But Thibodeau came in, changed the culture. We play defense. We don't fuck around. We get corner threes. Offense is legit. He rocks with what works. He lets RJ play. He lets Quickly play. He starts Elfrid Payton, but then he pulls him. He don't even let him play for the whole game, or he never closes games. And I was a big Elfrid Payton fan. Anybody that knows me knows I was a big Elfrid Payton fan. But it is what it is. He's just not the guy for us right now. But I like what's going on with Thibodeau. He got to win Coach of the Year. So if you got Coach of the Year and the MVP candidate in the same year, that's a recipe for success. And this is something that we haven't had. We had the Sixth Man of the Year when Mike Woodson was there. Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and an All-Star in Melo. Not an MVP candidate, but maybe you could have put. We won 54 games. Things were different, but that's the kind of we did that with veterans. These are young cats, so some of the parallels are the same, but that's a recipe for success. And we're on that path with a younger team. So it's so much to be excited for. And then we arguably can have the Sixth Man of the Year with Derrick Rose, even though he didn't spend all season with us. He's come off the bench and been outstanding. And Derrick Rose, I did not like Derrick Rose. When he first came, he went past the Porzingis. He went past the nobody. He was crying before he came to us. I was like, yo, I'm done with Derrick Rose. But he's redeeming himself. He got a second chance. He embraced it. And so all praise is due for that. But he could be the Sixth Man. It's a lot of good things going on. And we have a lot of positive question marks. I think Obi Toppin is a positive question mark. What is going to happen with Obi Toppin? Summer League, we're going to find out. He's still, him, Quickly, Knox. These dudes after games are always still working out. Like, look, I ain't getting really a lot of burn, but I still want to just be better. I want to be ready. And I like that. Kevin Knox, I'm done with. I'm done with Kevin Knox. He was number 1 on my board, and I was happy live on the pod. But, SGA was number 2. So I wasn't that far off. I wasn't that much of a dummy. I wish we'd have drafted Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That would have been major for us. But it is what it is. But I'm excited for the future. RJ Barrett should be an all-star next year or close to it. He's going to be like Jaylen Brown. He's not as athletic, but I could see him being Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen Brown he gets buckets. I don't know if he'll be on the same level, but I think he's not going to average 17 next year. This is going to go up. This summer, he got to get better. That's all. The Atlanta Hawks, I'm not afraid of Atlanta Hawks. Let's get the play-in tournament off. I'm not afraid of the Atlanta Hawks for sure. NBA play-in tournament. I'm not afraid of Atlanta Hawks. We swept them during the season. Julius averaged 37 on them. It is what it is. It is what it is. We gonna see them when we see them, and that's it. You ain't gonna hear me. You ain't gonna hear much more. Oh no, you can show me the teams now. The bracket is set. You're not gonna hear much more from me about the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see them. Show me the play-in tournament bracket. I don't understand. It's in. The bracket. All right, here we go. Thank you. So, playoffs start the 22nd. What's today? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Why is it all the way Saturday? I guess they got to do the play-in tournament. So, let's break it down. We'll start in the West because it's just, we start left to right in America when you read. Memphis and San Antonio. Now, I had to explain the play-in tournament to Cousin Gary earlier. It's not as bad as people think. Like, oh, the teams 9 and 10 should not have a chance. They didn't make it. Da-da-da-da. Look who's getting the chance to get in there. LaMelo Ball on the right. We want to see LaMelo play. Pacers, not so much. Karis LeVert, Sabonis. Memphis, y'all want to see John Morant. Spurs, I know y'all don't want to see them. But whatever. You getting a chance. They got to play. And the winner moves to the next bracket. Now, 7 and 8. They both made the playoffs. So they both like in the old format, both made the playoffs. They both should have automatically just been eligible. But if you're a playoff team, whoever wins out of 7 and 8, that's a toss-up. Whatever. The winner goes to the 7th seed. Then the 8th seed, the loser of that game plays the winner of the 9 and 10. If you're a playoff team, beat the 9 or 10th seed team and get to that 8th seed. It's pretty much like, what's wrong with adding a little bit of, at the end? It's nothing wrong with that. I think we're clearly going to see I think the Warriors are going to beat the Lakers and be the 7th seed, and then the Lakers are going to have to play the Jazz because they're going to easily beat the Grizzlies or the Spurs. If they don't beat them, they don't deserve to be the seed. It is what it is. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. If we were in the play-in tournament, I would be like, look, at least this is only year one of our rebuild. It is what it is. I think that the Pacers are going to beat Charlotte and go to the next bracket. And I think the Wizards are going to beat Boston. And then the Wizards are going to beat the Pacers or Charlotte. And we're going to get to see. Wizards are going to beat Wizards are going to beat Boston and be the 7th seed. And then Boston is going to lose to the Pacers, and we're going to see Philly versus the Pacers. And if the Pacers can beat Philly, even if they don't, we're not afraid of them. Then when we beat Atlanta, we're going to see us. We got don't look now, but we got the easy path. Atlanta, and then either Philly or Indiana or Charlotte. I'm just saying. It can happen. It can happen, fellas. And I think it's going to go just like that. But we'll see. It's going to start tomorrow. I really can't wait. NBA playoffs is always amazing. Hold on. Let's get back to myself. I was hoping it wasn't on the joint that y'all couldn't see. Y'all can see it. Okay. Now, if you're in a horrible fantasy basketball or football league, then your playoffs ended yesterday. Our league is the best league. The S&P Fantasy League is the best fantasy league around. But in a rush to get the season started in the midst of this COVID stuff, when I was organizing everything, I forgot to set the playoffs to start like a couple weeks earlier. So we wouldn't be playing into the last week, and that's what happened. And a lot of injuries occurred, so I probably screwed some people in the playoffs, including myself, because injuries and stuff like that. But the cream always raises to the top, a cream of the crop, whatever it's called. I don't know. Pause. And we end up winning the championship, not in Dynasty, which we were 16-1 and basically 17-0. And we just had James Hard Times get hurt, Chris Brochure, Miles Turner, Mitchell Robinson, Christian Wood. All my main hitters were hurt, so it wasn't really nothing I could do come playoff time in the points league, and that's Dynasty. But in categories, which is the expert level league, where you got to build a team and you got to make sure you're winning the right categories, we won a championship. We beat Rich Riley Ralph for championship number 5 in fantasy basketball. We did the double. It's not the treble, but it's the double. We won the championship in fantasy football and fantasy basketball in the same season. So clap it up for me. The trophy should stay here, because don't nobody do elite shit like that but me. And I'm very excited about that, and I just wanted to let you guys know. And that's it. I don't really think it's much more to talk about. This was a decent episode. Let's go look at the Jason Burke tweet of the week before we go anywhere, so we can make sure we get a good laugh. We got to get Jason Burke on the podcast somehow, some way. Jay Burke, if you listening, hit me, and then next episode you could call in on the Zoom or something like that, and then you could talk some sports, because I know you got some sports to talk. Jason Burke, you know he watched sports, and I'm gonna pull up the tweets, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, see, look, Jason Burke is up there talking sports. Where my boy at? Jason Burke. There he is. Here we go. It would be tough today to watch Kobe's enshrinement into the Basketball Hall of Fame live on national television. However, considering I met his father and I played the hell out of his first courtside game for N64, I have to watch. Hey, that's true. Thank you for bringing that up, Jay Burke, and reminding me. Jason, congrats to Cole, congrats to Tim Duncan, congrats to KG, and everybody else that made it to the Hall of Fame. We knew they were going to go. In next year's class, we just found out that Paul Pierce, Chris Bosh, I don't know why Bosh made it, Chris Webber, Paul Pierce is the one. Yo, that's the truth. And y'all let Draymond Green and y'all let these people now tell y'all that Paul Pierce was ass. First ballot Hall of Famer easily. What are we even talking about here? He's the truth. And it is what it is. Okay. If you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping you entertained. Episode number 194. Who got number 94? Think. Can't think of nobody with number 94. Let's look it up. Number 94 NHL. Any legend? Did Gretzky wear 94? No, he didn't. PK Subban. Who wore number 94? NFL. DeMarcus Ware. I don't know why I didn't know that. Oh, my knee, bruh. I can't have my knee bent. Christian Wilkins. Josh Sweat, Cameron Jordan. I think this could be the DeMarcus Ware episode. Nothing wrong with that. Or this could be the Christian Wilkins episode. Oh, this might even, you know what? This is the New York Knicks episode. What am I talking about? 4th seed. How about that? This is the New York Knicks episode. Go back to myself. The New York Knicks episode. Le'Veon Bell. Oh, I thought it said Le'Veon Bell because I got Le'Veon Bell in Dynasty. We waiting to see where he goes. But this New York Knicks episode, everybody. Make sure you rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like the video. Till next week. We out of here.